It's a long way to the top, but most musicians know exactly how tough it is to get there. And that's why ihearmusic.com is so important to supporting Australian talent. Just like tonight's night that they're putting on at the Basement here in Sydney's Circular Quay. Come on, let's go and take a look.
Welcome in, GERARD Masters, Bek Jensen, NOEMI LIBA.
Tonight, do we have a show for you?
I'm happy to be here. I'm never lost when I'm around this way. Instant gratification. It's like a chocolate bar every day. Wow, ooh, you look great. I am ready. What if it can be done tomorrow?
Now also I want to thank, I got Stacy Ledford. She radio Northern Beaches and Eastside Radio. Gonna tell y'all, without community radio, y'all, these nights there could be nothing. Community radio really helps us out a lot. We got Radio Northern Beaches. We got Sam over there. Were you Sam? Wow, that's his name. Sam really supports us too. He gives us a lot of radio play and let our artists come on and he interviews them and plays some music. So Stacy and Sam, thank you for giving us the support. This is two of the Rat Pack. I want y'all to know that.
We're talking to Georgina Reid, who's been a presenter with Northside Radio 99.3 FM for many years now, and you've also been presenting on other stations for quite a while too. You're a bit of an expert in your field, Georgina.
I've been in this industry for a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your view on how community radio can continue to support Australian talent?
I think they're doing a pretty good job at the moment because most community radio stations play a lot of Australian released music, whether it be locally released through independent labels or through the major labels. But more importantly, I think the community stations really do support local artists who are not signed.
And it's extremely important for us to continue that going because a lot of the styles of music that young artists are playing in Australia are not particularly commercially viable in terms of industry standards. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I do. And I think what happens is you get the local artists presenting something to the community. The major labels won't release it because it doesn't fit into any category that they're interested in trying to promote. So it's much easier for those local artists to get it to the community stations, and then via that area and via social media, I think, is probably the best way for local artists to get their product to the people.
The thing that I've been very surprised about recently when I've done my own research into young artists up and coming is that there is such a depth of talent out there that is actually untapped and people just don't know about it.
Oh, you're absolutely certainly right, Stacey. When I first started, it was very, very difficult to find Australian-produced soul, jazz or funk music to play on air. In fact, I was playing maybe 2-3 artists at that time. And in the ensuing years, since about I think I started in 1989 in community radio. Since that time, it's just grown exponentially. So now I could fill many, many programs with all Australian artists. and they're not necessarily released on labels. They're their own releases that they do themselves.
And it's nice to see community radio presenters being recognised for the role that you and I play in the industry.
Indeed it is, yes. There's lots of us, and there's a lot of people who have been in the industry for a long time. They have longevity in the industry, and I think they are the cornerstone of the programs of the community radio stations, because they've been in it because they love it. They're not doing it to get paid, they're doing it as volunteers, and they love it.
I think people actually underestimate how much work community radio presenters put into their job, particularly yourself, because I've seen how carefully you construct your programs each week.
It's a lot of work, but I love doing it, and I love listening to new music, and I love hearing new artists and bringing it to the public attention.
Right.
So Bek's about to go on now, so why don't we go down and see her?
Yeah, perfect. Let's go.
All right.
Is Bek Jensen in the house? Come on in. Look at you. God, you look amazing.
Bek, you recently appeared on national television in front of millions of people.
Yes.
So tonight's gig must seem like a walk in the park, but it's actually a really special night for you, isn't it?
It is the most incredible night for me, actually. It's coming from my heart more so after that experience. You know, I'm able to just play my own original music, and that gives me no greater pleasure. I would have loved to have been able to do that on national television, and hopefully that will be able to happen again. And this time it's just wonderful to you know, have all my peeps in the audience and play it with my band, and my family's here and they're going to be playing with me as well, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful experience.
There's a great turnout out in the audience for you tonight.
Thanks.
So you must be really thrilled about that everyone's come down to support you.
Yeah, it's amazing, and the support after the show has been absolutely incredible, and still is. You know, every time I see people who I haven't seen for a long time, or even people in the street, you know, they stop me and say, "Wow, you just did so great, and we love you." And I've never been so ready to accept all of that love, you know, and to be able to play my own original music tonight is just, I'm so happy to give that love back.
But Bek's new CD, which is Kimochi, anybody that buys her CD, she got presents for you.